Jordo, you're muted.
What is going on, everybody? Puckin around. My name is Jordan. You may know me as. Joining me as usual, Ray, aka Firefighter Bets. What's going on, Ray?
Even though my partner's not here, but I'm still gonna year.
We are waiting for the third in our group, Tyson, aka Spit and Picklets. We expect him any moment. We've got 10 games tonight. Ray, what do you think of today's slate?
From the early looks that I've done this morning and late last night, there's some decent games out there, some nice spots. Um, Cap said spin always lacking, bro. Always. Uh, he's on the other side of the coast, so he's probably still snoozing right now. He's wiping the boogers out his eye, and he still has on PJs. But yeah, from what I saw earlier this morning and last night, like I said, there's some decent spots. I'm just ready to get after it. Last night was solid. I just want to give a couple shout outs to a couple people um, that I kind of been tailing and looking into my own hands and kind of just adjusting a little bit. I don't know if they're watching or not, but if you guys do see them or if you guys can pass on the word, puck slut plays and NHL goalie props. It seems like under saves have been the move. Um, I hit Blackwood last night under 27 and a half or under 28 and a half against Florida. That cash. And then I also hit, who else did I have yesterday? Sorry, just give me one sec.
No, you're good.
It was, oh yeah, Charlie Lindgren over 24 and a half. And both of those cruised. Like,
Nice.
no sweat. Both hit under their saves. And I'm willing to attack some more today. So, yeah.
I like
Shout
it.
out to those guys. Puck slut plays and NHL goalie props. So, shout out to those guys.
Love it. I completely agree with you. Goalie props definitely looking good this season. Like my first 2-unit play of the year was an under goalie play, smashed. We talked about it on our last show. So yeah, it's a good pivot when the lines are a little bit sharper for just your traditional shot on goal props. All right, why don't we get into it?
One more thing, Jordo.
Yeah.
Cap, he's been releasing. I believe he's done the last two slates. Um, he has been dropping an early look on like a day ahead look for um, just the slate of NHL and just dropping, goals expected, goals for, goals against, PK, power play. So just check him out too. Great info. So appreciate that.
Very
Cap.
nice. Yeah, I like it. Shout out Cap. And
You're buzzing out, Jordo.
how we doing now?
You're good.
All right, I'll be careful. This mic cord is very sensitive. Yeah, shout out Cap. And if you're here watching, if you have questions, comments, plays, drop them in the chat. We try to keep it interactive throughout the entire show. So yeah, if you have something you want to say, pop it in there. All right, we're gonna go to our first game, and then we'll keep it moving. So quick overview: Edmonton Oilers taking on the Boston Bruins on the season. Edmonton 9th most goals for. Boston 14th most goals against. Both of these teams not giving up a ton of shots against at 27 or fewer per game, but Edmonton second most shots for per game, 31.8. In terms of positions to target, it's really only wingers on the Edmonton side that look real good if you're looking at shots. Outside of that, we have some goalie information here. So it is Stuart Skinner confirmed for the Oilers, Jeremy Swayman likely for the Bruins. And Cap says he's going apple picking today. That's another pivot you can do. Shots, I know a lot of people struggling on shots. Prices making it not advantageous to attack them. So that's another pivot as well. Let's see if we end up on any of those. Ray, anything on this game you want to highlight specifically?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be targeting some Edmonton props here.
All right. Who do you want me to pull up?
You can pull up We'll start with Leon Draisaitl. Over 1.5 points. I'm not a over 1.5 point guy. Jordan is. Me, not so much, but it's a lovely matchup. If you click on head to head, I believe he had 3 points against Boston their last matchup back in
December 19th. Yeah.
yeah, so a couple weeks ago. Um, Swayman and Corpusalo, they have been allowing so many goals. They've been struggling to just defensively. They have been good at shot suppressing, but not so much in letting up goals. So I do see Edmonton putting up a couple goals here. Like I said, I like Draisaitl. I looked at Hyman, but I saw that he was on line 3, but he's still on
Pull it
PP
up for you.
1.
I'll pull it up for you real quick. So yeah, line 1, RNH, McDavid, Connor Brown. Line 2 is Podkolzin, Draisaitl, Arvidsson, and line 3, Skinner, Henrique, Hyman. But your
Connor
power play
Brown
1,
always finds his way up into the top line at some point of the season.
and then
I feel
doesn't do
like,
anything.
yeah,
But yeah, that top power play is still Hyman, Leon, RNH, Bouchard, and McDavid. And Cap is just saying, I like Dry goal, Bouchard assist, Dry 2 points look also decent. And Leon, his shooting percentage is ridiculous. It's like 25%. 1 out of every 4 shots he's taking is going in.
yeah,
which
is
is
absolutely
insane.
nuts. Yeah, I love his goal today too. I do like that look.
Yeah, so plus 136 for the 2 points. That was on FanDuel. Plus 135 for a goal, which is on BetMGM is the best price. So that's his head-to-head versus Boston. This is his. Here, hold on. This is what I want. Last 10, he's got goals in 7 of 10. So it's pretty darn good.
Love that. I also like Ryan Nugent Hopkins for a point as well.
RNH point.
I'm probably gonna play that solo.
Yeah, Ryan Nugent Hopkins for a point. He's got points in 7 of his last 10. Not the best head-to-head, but he did have one in December when they last played. So that's another one.
Better. He seems to be better on the road too.
Oh, good point. Let's take a look here. On the season, 59% on the road, 43% at home. So very nice. That's minus 125 FanDuel with the best line there. And then we will look at Bouchard assist. Cap mentioned that one, and then we can move on if there's nothing else. Or did you want to check anything on the Boston side?
I'm not really interested in Boston side. There's a couple looks, but nothing worthy of just noting out there.
Fair enough. And then Bouchard, he's got assists in 4 straight. Quarterbacking power play 1. All right. Let's go back to this screen here, and we'll look at our next game. We've got the Ottawa Senators taking on the Detroit Red Wings. Neither of these teams scoring a ton, both bottom 12. Detroit is allowing a good amount of goals against on the year, 8th most. With that being said, they do have a new coach, so we'll look at some recent numbers to see if that's changed at all. They're also the worst shooting team, fewest shots per game, 25.3. Ottawa actually doing well shooting-wise, 9th most per game on the season, and Detroit is a good target for every positional group for shots. And Ottawa on the year, the most power play opportunities for 3.29 per game. Goalies for this one, real quick. We have no information on the Ottawa side. Alex Lyon confirmed for the Red Wings. And then in terms of recent stats, like I said, I want to pull up goals against over their last 9 games. Detroit 3.56. That's tied for 7th worst. So that's, I think, 3 or 4 with the new coach. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, they're letting up a shit ton of goals.
Anything jumping out of you in this one, or do you want me to pull up anything specific?
I did mention in our chat earlier that I was looking at Alex's Brinkat for a point.
Mm-hmm.
Who's likely again for Ottawa? Was it Forsberg?
Forsberg was listed, but no information.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's been awful. His last 5 games, 4 goals allowed, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3 again, 4. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, keep an eye on that one. The starting
yeah,
goalie could make a big difference. It's more than half a goal against per game difference between him and the starter, though Allmark is going to be on IR. So Forsberg's the starter at this point. Okay. So yeah, backup goalie in net for Ottawa, though they are favorites on the road, which is interesting. So you're saying DeBrincat for a point?
yeah, for a point. I like that. I like the price. It seems like him and just that second line have been doing work. I know Patty Kane's on that line. Cap did just bring up Patty Kane, which I like both of them. So I wouldn't mind a stack either. Is Patty Kane online? I mean, on Power Play One?
Patty Kane is on power play 1.
Yeah, I can see them scoring for sure. Oh my, Patty Kane has a power. What's Ottawa's penalty kill? Is it bad?
On the season, 20th, and they give up the 18th most power play opportunities against. Recently, though, let's see if that's any different. They're giving up the 6th most power plays per game as of late. PK is good, 83.3%, but the opportunities are there.
Yeah, Patty Kane has a power play point in 4 straight games. It's
Whoa.
plus 295.
Yep. There you go. Got that on screen there. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
rolling.
I like both those guys.
Even his point, if you don't want to risk it, it's even money.
Yeah,
Or just the point.
I
It's hitting
might
the 7 of
just
10.
I might just stack them and get some really good value.
Kane DeBrincat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a really good number on that. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Just look at the comments here. Cap saying Raymond assist and Kane point look good. Yep, I totally agree. Let's take a look at the Raymond assist. So we did not look at that. Oh, see this one, Fire? Comment on screen.
Let's do it, dude. Hit me up. Shoot me a DM.
Raymond 5 assists in his last 4 games, including 2 double assist games. Very nice.
I think the Wings win too, man.
Yeah, you get a decent number on that, I would imagine, right?
Plus money. They're road dogs. I mean, home dogs.
Mm-hmm. Which is interesting.
Very interesting. Red
Backup
Wings.
goalie.
What is that? 4 straight with their new coach. I believe his first game was with the new coach was against Washington.
Sounds right.
Yeah, Ottawa. They're on they've been on the road for a minute now, and they've dropped 4 out of the last 5. Yeah, I'm probably playing the Red Wings too.
All right. That's another play. So Ray likes a lot in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the numbers don't align on that one, do they, Cap? Goalies. I guess we only have one goalie here that we could look at. Alex Lyon under 25.5 saves is minus 122. He's been over that once in his last 10.
And is Ottawa shooting?
Offensive stats. I have Ottawa at averaging 25.5 shots per game over their last 8. That's like the last 3 weeks or so.
Damn.
That one could look pretty interesting as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
Alex Lyon. So, yeah, that's wild. How many are they giving up as of late? Detroit's only allowing 24.4 per game.
And actually, someone in our chat also saying that this game is one of the slowest paced games today.
Interesting.
So
I believe it.
Yeah.
Alex. Oh, we got a comment.
This guy.
Flyers ML. Millie, what's going on?
He
Thanks for
sends that
popping
and
in.
leaves.
That's all right. Hey, be active in the chat. Active in the chat.
Lowest Corso rate.
Oh my gosh, there's way too much in this game.
Yeah,
I
let's
gotta
keep
rate
rolling.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to give Spain so much shit.
Kane Point is going to be my favorite. Yeah. Alex Lyon. I'm gonna have to write that one down. Those numbers don't add up. I want to make sure I'm not missing something there. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Next up, we've got the Dallas Stars at the New York Rangers. Dallas a minus 172 moneyline favorite on the road. Dallas 10th most goals for against per game on the season. Rangers 13th most against. Both of these teams top 7 in shots for per game. Rangers top 3 in shots against. They're good to every positional group, although anybody on forward is a great target at 3 for centers and 2 for wingers. So top 3 for any positional group. They also allow the 4th most power play opportunities against do the Rangers. So Dallas props could definitely be in play today in terms of starting goaltenders. Ottinger likely for the Stars, Quick confirmed for the Rangers. All right. So based on that, anything that you want me to pull up?
Can you go back to your sheet really quick, Jordan?
Yeah, I got you.
Shots for.
You want me to zoom in?
No, I was just looking at Jonathan Quick. So Rangers, they're allowing a crap ton of shots.
Correct.
And Dallas is shooting a crap ton.
Yep.
It could change. Let's look at their last 10.
Yeah. Here, we're gonna go to these numbers. So shots against, the Rangers are 7th, 30.7, 7th most goals against, and the 1st most power plays against. And then offensively, Dallas is 2nd in shots for at 31.7. And they're getting a ton of power plays.
So I'm seeing Jonathan Quick over 26.5 saves.
Yeah.
Right. Hit rate's not crazy, but the numbers match up everything. Rangers are allowing a crap ton of power play opportunities. They're allowing a crap ton of shots. Dallas taking a bunch of shots. I would expect this line to be like 28.5 or something like that. So to get a 26.5, I mean, that's probably why we see a minus 132. I do like that. I really do.
For this one, I'm just going to point out, it looks like all the other major books, at least that props.cash has access to numbers for, are at 27.5. So if you like the 26.5 line, I would scoop that up.
Yeah, I'm looking on my book now, 27.5, which I don't mind.
Minus 105 at 27.5?
Yeah, minus 105, 27.5. I'm going to write it down.
Like, as long as he doesn't get pulled, you'd have to imagine that hits.
I mean, he shouldn't get pulled. Hold on.
Like, they're pretty. Like, he's the starter, I believe, right now, officially.
Yeah, because they also have
Igor's out. Louis Domingue.
Yeah, I'm gonna just write that down. Just jot it down.
So something to consider there.
Yeah, for sure. Prop wise, I didn't really look at this one too much. I think you can play some type of stack with maybe Jason Robertson, Rupe Hintz kind of stack. They're both on the same line. I think those guys are worthy of scoring or getting on the board at least. I know Rangers, they shook up their lines a little bit, right?
Let's pull those up. Yeah, they've been constantly shuffling. Panarin, Trocheck, Lafreniere, Brodzinski, Zibanejad, Smith, and whoa, got a couple guys hurt.
Yeah, okay. I forgot Kreider was hurt.
So in terms of hints, probably not for shots.
Wyatt Johnson's been going absolutely nuts.
Pricey though. Pricey.
Yeah.
Points. Yeah, Wyatt Johnson point is insane, like you're saying.
His assist has been cashing too.
Yep, plus 135s, cashed in 7 of the last 10.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, nothing really standing out to you, though, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
No, not right now.
Okay.
I think we got some better games.
Let's keep it moving then.
They are trying to find an answer. The Rangers are awful.
It's unfortunate. Next up, the Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh's a minus 158 moneyline favorite at home. Columbus, fifth most shots for. Both of these teams giving up a ton of goals, 1 and 2, respectively. Pittsburgh at number 1. Columbus, sixth most shots for per game on the year. And Pittsburgh giving up the third most shots against. They're top 7 to every positional group. So it's a great target for shots, including, I believe, the shots leader as of late, Zach Werenski, leading the league in shots over his recent span. And in terms of goalie information, what do we got here? Merzlikins likely for the Blue Jackets. Jari confirmed for the Penguins. Let's take a look at some props here. There we go. Recently, Columbus third most goals for, second most shots for. So Columbus could be a great shots target. Oh, that's against. My apologies.
That's against,
Columbus,
yeah.
Second most shots against, third most goals against. Pitt at 9 and 10. So they're still a good target for either one. And then offensively, Columbus is leading the league in goals for, 4 per game. So Columbus points are definitely in play, and I would say everybody's shots are in play.
Yeah.
Anything jumping out at you? Going back to Bunting?
Yeah, I actually looked at him. I think that's kind of the way to go. Yeah, Bunting. He's on that power play one, but he's also aligned to with Malkin and somebody else. I forgot who the right winger is. But his point has been cruising. I think him
Cody
and Erik Karlsson
Glass.
are the two best looks on that side today.
All right.
But I do like Karlsson shots. So.
Oh yeah, let's pull that up.
Chart wise, it's not the best, but as we saw, I haven't locked this in yet, but we did see that Columbus is allowing a crap ton of shots.
They are. Second most as of late. Was there anybody on the Columbus side that you liked? Could we interest you in Zachary Werenski?
Yeah, I've played him the last 4 games. So why stop now?
Insane chart. Minus 105 to the over, 3.5. His attempts, he's had 9 or more attempts in 5 of his last 6.
Yeah, him and Marchenko, man. Marchenko looks really good too. He's juiced.
We'll take a look. You
can play him somehow.
Absolutely. It could be
or
a parlay
you can
piece.
You can take his 4+. I mean, he's hit that every game out of that 1-3. So
yeah, 4+ would only change 1 in his last 10.
Yeah.
So you get a much better number for sure. We've got a note from Cap on Crosby assist and 2 points. Let's take a look here. It's 9 of 13 against Columbus for getting an assist, which is very, very nice. In terms of points, many 2-point games against them. His last 10, he's got a little bit off the board in terms of what he's done lately. So I like it though.
Yeah, this game should be fireworks.
So your best bet, you think in Bunting point? Werenski shots or Carlson shots?
I love all those guys, man. Dude, I don't have a favorite. Wierenski shots, Bunting point, Marchenko. There's just tons of good looks in this game.
Okay, I got to write down
Werenski.
Werenski shots, Bunting point, and then we'll move on. All right, we'll keep it moving. We are halfway through. We're making good pace here. Next up, we've got the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Carolina, a minus 117 favorite on the road. Both these teams scoring a ton, both top 7. Carolina is shooting a ton and not allowing many shots. Tampa right in the middle of both of those. The middle of the pack in shots for and shots against. They are top 9 to wingers on the season in terms of shots against, and top 6 to defensemen in terms of shots against. Both of these teams getting tons of power plays. Carolina giving up a good amount of power plays on the season. In terms of goaltenders, we have no information on the Hurricanes side. Vasilevsky likely for the Lightning. Ray, anything jumping out at you in this one?
I have no interest in this game. It's just just two teams I don't really care to target. So
yeah, I have not a ton to add. We'll give the chat a minute.
Yeah, just honorable mention. Jake Gensel, he loves playing. Well, he used to play on Carolina last year, so I think he. Let me see something. They played this year already, right? Yeah, they played back in October. He had 2 points then.
He had 2 points, 2 shots.
Yeah, he's just been incredible at home too. So point wise.
Yeah. So for a point, what is he? Minus 156. So you have to pair with something, but it could definitely work. If anybody has anything in the chat that they really like about this game, let us know ASAP. Otherwise, we're going to move on to hopefully a better game for betting. Oh, Cap is saying he's going to look at Braden Point for a goal. He's got, what is that? 7 goals in his last 5 games. No, that's head-to-head. Sorry. 7 goals in his last 5 games head-to-head. And in his last 10, it's actually a 4-game goal drought, which probably doesn't happen very often for him.
Yeah,
that's the first time
Tampa,
this
year.
They
haven't been able to score lately. In the past 4 games, they scored 5 goals.
There you go. That's no good. Well, we'll keep it moving. We've got other games to get to.
I do think Tampa wins this one, though.
Also, it's crazy that this is streaming to Spitton's timeline. It's just like so random.
Just to mention,
Spitton's timeline.
He's going to get a word from me. Tampa, they're coming off a loss. They just played 3 road games. San Jose, LA, Anaheim, lost all 3. So they're coming off a loss against San Jose and Anaheim, and then now they're back at home.
Right.
They should be looking to feast. At home, 11-6-1. The Canes on the road 9-9-2. So I think this is the Tampa spot.
All right. Next up, we're going to the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Philadelphia Flyers. Toronto. Millie's pick was Flyers ML. We'll see if Ray agrees after this. Both these teams top 15 in goals for. Philly allowing a ton against, 3rd most. Oh, Millie's still here, Ray. He heard you. He didn't leave. He's still here.
Point.
So we'll get to that. We'll get to Millie's pick in a second there. Toronto shooting a ton. They're also allowing the 8th most shots against, 29.3. Flyers not allowing a ton, only 27. Wingers could be a good matchup. TK, good shooting opportunity for him. Leafs giving up the 4th most shots against to wingers on the season. Austin Matthews is back. I believe this is his 2nd game back. With that, we'll look at goalies and then we'll jump into some of the props. We are down here. Joseph Wall likely for the Leafs. Ivan Fedotov confirmed for the Flyers. So Ray, first up, what do we think about Flyers ML from your guy Millie?
Absolutely not. No.
He says
I
no.
do like TK though. TK he loves playing the Leafs. I think he's hit like 5 or 6 straight.
70%.
Yeah, 5 straight.
5 straight.
He's also hit 4 straight in his last 10.
Thank you, Roach. Appreciate that. 3 straight. Yeah. At home, you said?
3 straight in his last 10.
Oh yeah, 3 straight in his last 10, and at home, he's slightly better on the road. But if you like the matchup,
if you like the history and the matchup, sure. But man,
now in terms of
if I'm not seeing like 6 to 8 attempts, like you can miss me with it.
Right. So here's some two interesting tidbits. Looking at recent stats, Flyers allowing 4.22 goals against per game, almost a half a goal more than anybody else. And Toronto allowing the 3rd most shots against. So that's another one for you, TK, if you like it. He's only minus 125 for over 2.5. Okay, we got a couple Leafs props in the chat that we'll go to, and then Ray, if you want to jump in on anything else, please do so. We have Roach Bets saying Nye's point.
Yeah,
we just
I'm
said,
not mad at that.
Yeah, we just said Philly giving up the most goals in the league as of late. Nye's on that first line with Austin and Mitch. He's plus 118 to get a point. 2 out of 4 in his head-to-head, including one 2 days ago. And then if we go to his last 10, he also exploded against Boston, 5 points. So Nye's point at plus 118. The only thing I would say is a potential concern is he's not on the power play 1. But if he gets time, the second unit will have opportunities as well. And like we said, it's a tremendous matchup team-wise. The other one we had here, Matthews assist. He's not always an assist target, the former Rocket Richard winner, but let's take a look. He's coming off back-to-back 2-assist games since his return. He's also had assists in 2 of his last 3 before he was injured. It's plus 110 for the Austin assist. Ray, any thoughts on that play? And do you have anything else you want to look at?
Yeah, I'm not against it. It's just nerve-wracking just betting on guys that usually score for an assist because they score and then you get nothing. So it's just that's what you're playing, So, but I think my go-to for this game, Willie Nylander and John Tavares point stack, both on line 2 and both on power play 1. Tavares just been absolutely nuts lately.
Yeah, he's real good.
Head-to-head and 9 out of his last 10. Couple multi-points his last couple of road games too. So I think if you pair those two together, you'll probably get plus 110, plus 105-ish. So
yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, JT at like minus 140, almost playable solo, but it's a little rich.
Yeah.
Almost. Head-to-head is juicy for, I didn't look at that. So I'm assuming this is Matthews' assist. So we'll take a quick look at that. Yeah, 6 out of 9. That's fair.
Yeah.
Plus 110. And then almost plus 200 for 2 points. Pretty good history there as well. Yeah, like you said. Awesome. Ray, anything else in this one before we move on?
No, that's it from me.
All right.
Tavares and Nylander.
I dig it. Okay, a couple options there. Let's keep it moving. Adams Digest and Cap smacked that last game, right? So there you go. They liked it as well.
I kind
All
of
right.
remember that.
We will keep it moving. Next up, we've got the St. Louis Blues at the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota minus 133 money line favorite at home. Nothing really to write home about in terms of goals for or against, other than Minnesota bottom 5 in goals against on the year. St. Louis doesn't shoot a ton, and everything else is kind of mid shots for, shots against. I will say Minnesota allowing the 8th most shots to centers and 5th most shots against to D-men. So they are just real good against wingers. It's basically what that's telling us. And St. Louis is kind of mid to all positions. Not great, not terrible. Let's take a look at goalies, and then we'll move on. No information on the St. Louis side of things. Philip Gustafson confirmed for the Wild. If you have any plays in this game, feel free to pop them in the chat. We're going to go to Ray and see what he thinks. St. Louis versus Minnesota.
Can we look at Wild last 10 shots allowed?
Yes. They are 8th, 30 per game.
And then let's look at St. Louis shots for.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. 28.1.
Yeah, Wild's been allowing a crap ton of shots. This game's kind of gross to me. Maybe if Bennington's in, maybe target him. Marco Rossi. His point has looked good lately. It's kind of juiced. I see minus 136 on FanDuel right now, so that'd be my cutoff for a point. It's usually like minus 135.
Yep.
So I don't think that's a terrible look.
It's minus 160 or worse everywhere else. So if you like that one, lock it in. If you have FanDuel, 67% hit rate against St. Louis, including 4 out of his last 4. Which is very nice. He's also hit 4 out of his last 5.
Yeah, I don't really care for this one that much.
Yeah, the chat is pretty quiet about this one as well. Just for reference, Rossi on line 1 with Boldy and Zuccarello. First line power play with those two, along with Eriksson Ek and Faber as well. So he'll have some opportunities there. And like we said, no goalie information. So if you think that changes things for you, wait. But that line could move minus 136 on FanDuel. Good to keep moving.
Yeah, that game's kind of gross.
We got 3 games left. Next up, Predators taking on the Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg. Minus 159 are the Jets on the money line at home. Jets 3rd most goals for per game. Nashville 32nd most goals for per game. The worst in the league on the year. Jets not allowing many goals either. They're 29th. Nashville is right in the middle at 16. Nashville allowing the 6th most shots against, including the 5th most against to centers, 9th most against to Dave. Winnipeg is allowing the 11th most shots against and the 8th most shots to defensemen. They're also 7th most power plays for on the season. Nashville 5th most power play opportunities against, and Winnipeg has the league's best power play percentage, 31.5%. So we could definitely be looking at some Winnipeg points, Winnipeg power play points, and a couple different shot options. Let's pull up.
Yeah, I want to see Winnipeg. I think their goals allowed last 10 is pretty bad compared to what we just looked at.
Season? We'll check that. Goalies, no information on the Predators side, though they have Saros currently listed. That's unconfirmed. Hellebuck confirmed for the Jets. Now, in terms of recent performance, goals against, I have Winnipeg bottom 25th. Only 2.56, so still very, very good. Might be the backup that's dragging that down a little bit.
Yeah, it could be. Or it could be just tripping.
And then Nashville is 2.78, so they're 20th. So it's also bottom half of the league in terms of goals against. Now, goals for, Winnipeg 8th most, Nashville 13th most.
Yeah. I like what you said just about targeting Winnipeg players. Let's look at this. Hold on.
Kyle Connor had a power play point in 7 straight games. He's on a 3-game skid, but he's at plus 210.
Plus 210 for
Power play point. Yeah, a little bit riskier. A little bit riskier. Trying to find who's their power play one. If there's anything in this game that you like, feel free to drop that in the chat. So power play 1, Velarde, Scheifele, Ehlers, Morrissey, Connor. So
yeah, Velarde's been a beast this year. He had 2 points against Nashville last matchup a couple months ago.
Velarde point minus 150, so you'd have to pair it with something.
He's on the top line, right?
He is right wing on the top line.
Yeah, I think I played him and Scheifele point stack a couple times already. That'll probably be the best look here. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Did you talk about Kyle Connor assist?
No.
Yeah,
I didn't pull that up though.
I might run that. Yep.
Minus 105. Definitely a little safer than a power play point. Although Cap is saying Connor hasn't scored in 4 games. Maybe that's an angle to target.
Good. He doesn't need a score today either. I just need him for an assist.
Or 2 points and everybody wins.
He's not going to find the back of the net in 5 games.
Ray wants the assist. There you go.
Yeah. Just give me that assist.
Okay, I like it. Time is this game at? It's only 8. Keep it out of the net.
Yes.
Okay. So Ray likes Kyle Connor for an assist. Anybody for shots, or did you consider any saves? Should we take a look at that?
There's only one save lineup. It's Hellebuck. Don't care for it.
Okay, fair enough.
Over 26.5. I know the Jets are allowing a crap ton of goals. I mean, shots. I know that.
Yeah, I have them at 28.7.
Yeah, so 12.
And Nashville's 28.2 per game. So,
yeah, it's gonna be sweaty.
Yeah, that's tight. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a ton of value there, it would seem. We can keep it moving. We've got 2 games left. Good pace. Next up, we've got the Calgary Flames taking on the Anaheim Ducks. Neither of these teams scoring many goals, both allowing about 3 goals per game. Calgary is getting shots on net, 10th most per game. Both of these teams allowing a lot of shots, both top 8 in terms of that statistic, with Anaheim number 2 on the year. They are top 5 to every positional group. You can take anybody on Calgary for shots and it would be okay. And Calgary gives up shots to wingers. In terms of goaltenders, we have no information. Vladar and Dostal listed for Anaheim, but we're not sure. And then in terms of recent stats, we'll take a quick look and see if anything stands out. Anaheim allowing the 4th most shots against to defensemen. Other than that, they've actually been decent, it would seem. In terms of overall shots, Anaheim's only at 15th, which is not bad.
No.
And Calgary 8th. Basically, Calgary's tied with them. Jeez. Okay. Anything jumping out to you prop-wise here, Ray?
I see a couple 1.5 guys that I do like. Their juice, obviously, they're 1.5. But Connor Zary, 100% hit rate, versus Anaheim, 3 out of his last 3, 7 out of his last 10. 71% hit rate on the road. Anaheim, they're giving up a lot of power plays, right? I miss that. Not
Mid.
really.
It's
Mid.
not good, not
Gotcha.
bad.
He's on I believe he's on line 3, but power play 1. So I think over 1.5 is a decent look. And he's seeing solid attempts for a 1.5 guy, 6, 5, and 5 his last 3 games. Someone else is Mason McTavish. Over 1.5, minus 164. Shot attempts are decent. No solo plays as of now. That's just shot wise. I haven't looked at points, but I will right now.
We got Huberto a minus 140. Vetrano has 6 points in his last 4 games. He just signed his big extension.
Who's that? I missed.
Frankie Vetrano. Yeah. He's minus 125. Kadri as a parlay piece, been pretty consistent, but minus 164. Ryan Strome, points in 5 straight, minus 105.
For a point? Gotcha.
Yeah. That one looks
where's he at
decent.
on the lines?
That's a good question. Let's take a quick look.
He's line 1 and power play 1.
Yeah, very nice. So he's playing with Vetrano and Terry. And
look at Jackson Lacombe. I don't think he looks bad either. And he's on their power play 1.
He's got 5 points in his last 6 games. That's very nice.
Wolf has been still solid lately, right?
Yeah, we don't know who it's going to be, so it is a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
Not every team is such a big difference, but yeah, no information. They have Vladar listed for what it's worth.
Gotcha. Kadri likes playing Anaheim. History was.
Jackson Lacombe, that's interesting. Plus 132.
Yeah.
Including 2 out of 3. That's a fun one. Yeah, I can write that one down. I've definitely never bet on him, so that's fun.
Me neither.
Okay. All right, I wrote that one down. If we're up heading into that one, I will probably play that. You good to move on to our last game?
Yeah, let's keep going.
All right. Last up on tonight's slate, the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the San Jose Sharks. Vegas is a minus 264 money line favorite on the road. Vegas, 4th most goals for. San Jose, 4th most goals against. Vegas, 4th most shots for. San Jose, 1st most shots against. They are top 10 or worse to every positional group, including one, like the best matchup for wingers and defensemen in terms of shots. They're also giving up a ton of power plays, though Vegas doesn't draw a ton. And San Jose getting a fair amount of power plays, though Vegas doesn't allow many. So interesting matchup there. Vegas is 8-2-0 in their last 10. San Jose 2-7-1, though they are on a 2-game winning streak. In terms of goalies, I don't think we have anything, if I recall. Yeah, no information. They have Hill and Georgiev listed. Georgiev not very good, though the Vegas will be very familiar with him playing Colorado a fair amount. Okay, we've got 2 comments, 2 plays listed in the chat that we'll take a quick look at, and then we'll go to Ray to see if he has anything. Cap says, looking at Theodore assist and Hannafin point. All right, 2 defensemen. I like it. Shea Theodore for a point is minus 120. He has points in 6 of his last 10 against the Sharks. Overall in his last 10, every other game seemingly to get a point. So he's due today. So minus 120 for that point. That looks good. And we have Hannafin point. Plus 110. He's got points in 4 of his last 5. in his head-to-head, 2 of his last 3 as well. So that's a good one. If I had to lean between the two, I like the Hannafin point.
I like Hannafin too.
Plus money as well. Good looks, both of them though, Cap. Ray, anything for you jumping out?
The only thing I really saw was Dorofeyev shots. Like you said, it's a good matchup for wingers. He's playing right wing on line 2 and on power play 2.
Pull this up here. Okay. Over 2.5, minus 110. He's hitting 3 of his last 5. He's hitting both of his last 2 matchups, both matchups against San Jose this season as well. And 64%. Yeah, minus 1. It's a good line.
How's his
okay.
TOY?
I'm gonna write that one down. Where would I look for that one? Oh my gosh, did I miss it? Minutes. There we go.
Minutes.
I was looking for TOI. 16.2 per game. You said like 2 games with like fewer minutes over the last 6 games, but otherwise it's more or less consistent.
Something else to mention. I don't see lines up for him right now, but you can. So go to goals, and then Pearson. He was the first one. He was the first person on the list.
Thank you.
And then
plus
point.
430.
So I believe he got elevated. I don't know when, but very recently because I see the uptick in his TOI. Go from like 11 minutes to 13 to 16 to 15, and he's recording points. So he's on that top line with Eichel and Stone. So
very nice. Okay, I like that one.
I don't know who the hell he is, but
he's been around for a while. He's usually like more of a depth guy.
Wasn't he on Vancouver?
Yep.
See, I know my shit, dude.
Yeah, there you go. And then one other play that I will highlight before we officially wrap up. Jack Eichel. He's hit in 6 of 12 against the Sharks. He hit once this year, missed once this year. He is he's playing quite well though. 3 of his last hit in 3 of his last 4. Minus 104 for over 3.5 shots. It is a tremendous matchup, like we said. San Jose giving up a ton. The original numbers we referenced were on the year. As of late, they also are allowing the most shots against, 32 per game, and the 6th most to centers at 11 per game. Eichel also plays, I believe, on the wing, on the power play. So they allow a ton of shots to that position group as well. So I like Eichel over 3.5 shots minus, what was that number? Minus 104. It's plus money on the weekend. It's a little bit better, but that's okay.
All right, Jordo, since we have extra time, right? You cut out. Can't hear you. You bumped your cord. Can't hear you.
Now we're good.
Yeah, we're good now. You have anything else to add?
Here, hold on here.
Before I got some questions for you.
There we go. What was that?
I said, do you have anything else? Or I got some questions for you since we have like 5 extra minutes.
100% Cap. That cord's finicky. We're gonna start a Kickstarter for new headphones. Cap also says like an Eichel for a goal. I agree with that. Look, if I'm taking someone for 4 shots, I don't mind him for a goal as well. He's a playmaker, but he can shoot when he wants to, man. Ray, what did you want to cover?
Yeah. So give me what team has surprised you this year and what team has let you down.
Washington has definitely surprised me.
Okay.
They look very complete. I did not expect, even when they lost Ovi, they're keeping up their goal scoring pace. I think that was going to be the biggest surprise for sure. Here, I'm going to get rid of this. so I can pull up. And in terms of which team has let me down, hold on, I'm going to pull up the standings. Nobody comes to mind. Washington, 100% came to mind. Who surprised you in a good way?
In a good way. I mean, they've been playing well lately, but I did not expect them to be over certain teams. Montreal.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
like I did not expect them to be over Pitt, Ottawa, the Rangers, the Islanders. You
yeah.
know,
Very fair.
yeah, a couple of
Oh,
those teams.
biggest
Eastern.
disappointment I think is a lot of people will be on this one. This is pretty chalky, but Nashville. I think they were
Yeah,
touted
yeah,
as legitimate contenders with their additions, and they somehow got worse. So it's kind of a bummer. And yeah, that would be the biggest disappointment for me, I would say.
yeah. Them and the Rangers, of course, which is chalky too. And what
Flop of the century, Cap says.
what team are you not surprised um, that are just like lower in standings? Like, um, trying to think of a way to put it. Like, I didn't expect Buffalo to be last in the Eastern at
Yeah,
this early. You know, with the pieces that they have, it seems to be like they have one of the youngest groups in the NHL, and maybe it's goaltending, could be defensively, but with the if you look at their top six, top nine, like it's not bad at all. Along with their defensemen that they have, Bowen Byram, Owen Power, Rasmus Dahlin, like that team shouldn't be 10th in the
yeah.
Eastern. You know,
I would say Seattle. Not that I expect them to be like a huge contender, but they've won playoff series in recent years, and they've always played well as a team. So for them to be kind of almost out of the hunt at this point, like they're far back.
yeah,
How many
yeah.
points they?
They
Yeah,
have 37.
they're 8 points out of wild card number 2, which will be
Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
Like Dallas is a wild card team. That's would not want to play them.
No, absolutely not.
Yikes. Okay, and then I have one for you before we wrap up. But I will say, Cap, very excited for the Blues' future. Yeah, it'll be exciting to see what they do. There's a lot of like teams with like some quality pieces that aren't pulling them all together now, so it'll be interesting. But for Ray, Super Bowl, who you got? Are you taking your team?
Got you, dude. Um, we're about to beat up on the Steelers again. And did you see that Lamar came out with a cologne or perfume or whatever?
What did he really?
Yeah, and some of the players were trying it on. Like they sprayed it on like their arm or something like that, and someone in the background's like, "Oh, it's soft like George Pickens." So yeah, they're throwing shots. I like George
Oh,
Pickens, but they're about to get eliminated. Who do you like? I have a
uh,
feeling that is it an NFC team?
yes.
The Eagles.
No, actually, I do like the Eagles. I'm a big Hurts guy. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I have a lot of respect for Jalen Hurts. But I was gonna say Lions. Lions were my preseason pick.
Yeah,
Mostly, one obviously they are a good team, but I just think they're an exciting team. And like they were struggling on defense. They've lost some key pieces, and they like just beat up on the Vikings, who like also look legit. So
yeah,
yeah, I think
yeah.
the Lions are gonna be fun. Be interesting to see how the Chiefs look. Feel like they always somehow turn it on for the playoffs.
Somehow,
Like
man,
they
just some
coasted
way.
to like what a 14-2 record or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
And
dude, they should have had at least four losses this year,
mhm,
but they pulled through, and
Mahomes does it, man.
yeah, yeah. I'm not a Mahomes guy, but we'll see, man. I think it's gonna be some good matchups.
We
We'll
got
we'll we'll see, man.
We got Cap here. He's a Chiefs fan. There you go. There you go. I mean, like we just said, they figure out how to win every year. Cowboys fans always having to pick other teams to cheer for in the playoffs right now. And they did just good enough that they're not going to fire their coach. So that's great.
Jerry Jones couldn't even get Cooper Rush his $500K incentive.
I know. Oh, yo, shout out Bucks, the real ones. They were in a kneel down position. I didn't even bet on this one, but like this is great. Throwing the ball when they just had to kneel to win to get Mike Evans his $3 million in bonus and 11 straight seasons with 1,000 yards. That's ridiculous.
You know what's funny? Imagine if Marshawn Lattimore was still on the Saints. He probably would have tried to intercept the ball or try to do something just to stop him, because that beef is crazy. But I was
100%.
before the play happened, I'm like, man, I hope no Saint player does some funky or funny act and tries to stop him from getting this, because that would have been crazy.
I don't think they let
Baker,
him.
man.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, man.
He looks good.
Baker's
Evans
a dog. Baker's just a straight up dog, man.
They both are. And yeah, shout out Cap. Thank you for being active on the show, brother. We appreciate having you here.
Yeah,
thank you for sharing your looks. Very great. Ray, before we wrap up, Ray won't be here Thursday. Spittin' and I should, and maybe a special guest. But Ray, where can the people find your work?
Yeah, as always, you can go on my X, click on my link tree, and you can find out where I give my VIP plays to only parlays. And I've been posting a couple free plays here and there. So just you can hit me up whenever, DMs or just shoot me anything, man.
And keep an eye out for a Ray Cap collab potentially.
Absolutely.
And for me, find me at Shot Props on Twitter/X and shotprops.com for free NHL data. Updated it this morning, so fully up to date. Good luck tonight with your bets. Thanks for hanging, and we'll see you Thursday. Take care, everybody.
Peace.